Hello, welcome to lesson 2 of our 5-minute flash lessons. Today we're going to be showing you how to get your little character to animate across the screen. So he's actually going to start moving. First of all, I need to show you the timeline, which is up here. Each of these little squares represents one frame, and you need lots of frames all running one after the other to make a movie. Okay, at the moment all of these frames, all along here, they're all completely empty. Only one frame has anything on it, and that's frame 1, and you can see that that's our character that we drew in lesson 1. Okay, what we're going to have to do is add more frames, and on each successive frame move our character a little bit. Okay, so all I'm going to do now then is I'm going to right click on frame number 2, and I'm going to choose Insert Keyframe. It's very important that you choose that. If you choose Insert Frame, it won't work. If you choose Insert Blank Frame, it won't work. Insert Keyframe. Now, it looks as though nothing has changed here, but if you look at the timeline, I'm now on frame 2. Our man is already selected. You can see that because he's all spotty. So all I need to do now is move him a tiny amount. Okay? And then repeat this process. Right click, insert keyframe, move him a tiny amount. Right click, insert keyframe, move him a tiny amount. The temptation at this point, as I keep inserting keyframes, is to move him large amounts because you want to get him over to the other side as quickly as possible. If you do that, your animation will look rubbish. The key to animating is to make tiny movements over and over again. You may have noticed that this document is set to 12, it says here, 12 frames per second, which means that if I do 12 frames of animation, and I've only done 10 so far, that will only be 1 second of movie. So you might think, well, I've done 12 frames now, that's loads of work. Well, actually, it's only 1 second of movie. So if I want him to take 2 seconds to get to the other side of my screen here, that's 24 frames. This is the thing about animation. It's not hard, but it does take a long time. I'm nearly there. I'm on frame 19 now. And last one. There we go. Now if I want to see what I've done, I can just grab this red thing on the top here, it's called the slider, and just scrub it backwards and forwards along my timeline, and I can see my little animation. Also, if I press the enter key, my animation will run once. There he goes. Also, if I press Control Enter, I can see it on a loop. So you'll see it running over and over again. And I'll just click up here and go back to where I was. Okay. One more thing that can help you when you're doing your animations is this button here, which is called Onion Skin. And that allows you to see previous frames so that you can see how far you've moved in this frame. These lines here, they won't show up in the final animation, but they just help you to see how far you're moving him in each frame. How many of these lines you see is determined by these bookmarks up here. So you can see Start Onion Skin. If I move that back, then I see more of my frames. And I can see I did a pretty good job there because each movement is roughly the same distance. Okay, so with simple frame-by-frame animation, you can start to move your character around, and you can move him in any direction you want. But remember to keep the movement small, otherwise it just won't look very good. Okay, in the next lesson, I'll be showing you how to turn him round and how to add more characters and all that other stuff. Okay, see you next time.